You've either liked them because they're definitely in your top four, or
Yeah, they are.
you just like them because you like their shirt, you like their jersey.
That time of the year again, as ESPN Cricinfo's run order will put their necks on the line, put their reputations on the line, and pick their 4 teams to make the playoffs for IPL 2024. Yes, this is the video where you can come back to us at the midway stage, towards the end, when it all happens, and just lash out. So, Tom Moody once again will do us a great disservice by having to share the company of Dustin Salgado, George Binoy, and Yash Jha, because there's no getting these right. But if you do, you become legend. So let's start with you, Tom. You're the most credible voice amongst us. Give us your top 4 for IPL 2024.
Well, my 4 in no particular order, I might add, is Mumbai Indians, Sunrisers Hyderabad, Rajasthan Royals, and Lucknow Super Giants. That's my 4.
Pause. Let's all record everyone's reactions. So let me just repeat Tom's 4. He didn't say CSK. He didn't say CSK. He didn't say CSK. He didn't say CSK. Okay. Why, Tom?
Is Tom aware of the history when people on run order don't put CSK in their list?
I think it's just such an obvious pick, CSK, and I certainly respect what they've done historically in the IPL. It's quite remarkable, but I just don't think they can continue to do that. And I think there's better teams, complete teams, competing in this year's IPL. So I just don't think the magician of Dhoni can get them over the line and get them into the top 4.
Wow. I can just let you know I have picked CSK because I just don't not pick them now since 2018. But yeah, let's run around the room firstly. George.
Oh, I'm going to go with Mumbai. Rajasthan Royals. I'd like RCB to make it, and CSK.
Okay, am I?
What do you mean you like RCB? That's not you've either liked them because they're definitely in your top 4, or
they are.
You just like them because you like their shirt, you like their jersey.
I think at this point you may as well just pin MI and CSK in the top 4 in the points table for the IPL for the next 5 years. So MI, CSK, and then I think GT, highly disrespected. I'm going GT and RR.
I am going CSK, Lucknow, Sunrisers, and believe it or not, Punjab.
No Mumbai Indians.
Mumbai.
We do not have. Okay.
Panta picks from Yash.
Let me just throw mine in as well. For what it's worth, I've nicely thought of this one. I think it'll be the same 4 head coaches of last year who will make it to the playoffs. So that is MI, CSK, Gujarat Titans, and Mr. Flower has moved to RCB. So my coaches remain the same. I'm going for RCB as well. So no Royals for me, no Sunrisers, even though I like the new head coach there. I always like the head coach at Sunrisers. Tom, is there any reason to believe that Mumbai could mess this up in spite of how good that squad looks?
I think Mumbai are an absolute shoe-in for the top 4. Whether they end up in the top 2 or not is another question. But I just think their depth and quality is far superior than it has been of recent times. And I think the out-of-season transfer of Hardik Pandya has just only added to their strength. You know, obviously his all-round capabilities is undisputed. And I think their bowling attack looks better than it was last year. So I just can't see why they wouldn't make the top 4.
I just feel like enough of their players might not be around for most of the season. Suryakumar Yadav will take a few matches to get back in. You never know, as much as Hardik Pandya is a great all-rounder and a successful captain over the last 2 years, how many matches Hardik Pandya plays in big tournaments is anyone's guess. You don't know how much Jasprit Bumrah might be rested. There was a lot of speculation around the time the announcement was made that this might be a dressing room, which will be not the most fun place to be in. That's all I'm saying.
My reasons are quite simple. Mumbai, we've talked about. I just think they're an extremely strong side, and nothing's changed my mind there. I like Lucknow. I just think they've got a lot of match winners. there at the top of the order with the likes of Quinton de Kock, KL Rahul, and the inclusion of Particle from Rajasthan, I think only just balances their side even more and gives them greater depth. Sunrisers Hyderabad, I think the only obstacle in their way is how to find the best 4 overseas players, to be playing in their combination, because they've got probably the strongest overseas contingent. And Rajasthan Royals, I just feel that they should have made finals last year. They blew up sort of on the home stretch. I think they've got too much quality in their armoury, both with bat and ball. So as long as they keep it simple and just back their quality, the likes of Butler, I'm sure, will come out fighting and have a big season.
Dustin, quick summary of why you're top 4.
Yeah, so I've looked at things differently this year, because every year we just look at the squads and we go by their strength. But then every year the teams that actually make it are the teams that just seem to have this team culture and team management that find a way to motivate players, right? So I know with GT, for example, no Hardik, no Shami is a massive problem. But you look at what Ashish Nehra has done with that team. I mean, he had Vijay Shankar striking at 160 last year. He had Mohit Sharma coming back from the shadow realm and suddenly looking like the best death bowler in the world. So, and it's the same with CSK, MI. RR are probably the opposite of that, in that they actually tend to sometimes mess things up. They should have made the playoffs last year, but I think with them, the squad strength is good enough, and they've learned from last season where they'll correct some of those mistakes and make it this year.
So RCB, I'm going to start with them. I do think Virat Kohli has had quite a fantastic year in international cricket, just gone by. So he'll carry that form into the IPL, hopefully after his break. Reece Topley, he can't go another season with an injury. So I'm hoping it all comes together for RCB this time.
Wow, it's almost like you're saying it like out of pity.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
So with the others, I think Tom's already given the reasoning for Lucknow and Sunrisers. You have spoken on CSK. The fourth team, I think my reasoning for Punjab is quite similar to Dustin's answer for Gujarat Titans. Vibes, in one word. I miss the good old days of the IPL where, you did have some teams which no one gave a chance making it to the top 4. Think of the first season itself where Rajasthan Royals didn't have much of a squad. I think it'll be great if a team like that makes it. To me, of the 3 teams which appear the weakest on paper, Punjab, Delhi and KKR, I like Punjab the most on the basis of the squad they have right now, so I'm picking Punjab.
Let's just discuss the other teams which haven't been mentioned at all in all these picks that the 5 of us have got, which is Delhi and KKR, interestingly, Tom, because both have returning captains who were so important to the strength of their team in Iyer and Pant, and yet none of us have put either of those 2 in the top 4. Why is that?
Well, I still think they've got decent squads. The reason we have ignored them with our top 4, and we're talking about top 4 out of 10 teams, so it's a pretty hard task to get into that top 4, is mainly because a lot of their pieces aren't settled. So there's a lot of questions around their batting order. It's a lot of questions around, what's their best bowling combination? Who are their new ball bowlers? Who are their death bowlers? So there's a lot of little, missing pieces or unknowns that we're a little bit unsure about, and maybe we'll know a little bit more about after the first few weeks of the IPL, and they would have, plugged those holes. But I think that's the main reason we're a little bit uncertain about those 2 teams.
Okay, there we go. You have it then. I'm going to give just Yash and Tom one last chance, since we've heard each other out, if they want to revisit on their respective MI and CSK non-selections. One last chance. Anybody biting? Mr. Moody?
I'm firm with my 4.
Good man. Yash?
Sticking to my 4.
Okay, well done. Well, thank you very much, Dustin and George and Tom and Yash Jha. Well, this is ESPN Cricket for an Order, the only show on the entire World Wide Web that has not unanimously picked either MI or CSK in their top 4. Go fire in the comments.